Hey guys, it's Jessica and I am a speech language pathologist, and I have a confession to make. I hate interacting with caregivers, but I have gotten better at it over the years, and so today I'm going to share my 4 best tips to help you interact with caregivers confidently. Tip number 1. Make a conversation outline before you call the parent. Bonus points if you actually write it down, and I have done that. If it is a parent that I am really worried about not saying the right thing, I want to make sure I say something in exactly the right way, or if it is a thing where there's a lot of things that I want to talk about, maybe I'm going over an evaluation or something like that, then I will make an outline and I will very specifically write out exactly how I want the introduction specifically of this phone call to go. Or if I need to apologize, which, let's be honest, that's happened too. If I need to make an apology, I will also write it down. And then I will kind of try to predict what I think the caregiver will say, and just kind of have an outline and a plan of where I want this conversation to go. And I do this before I call the parent. That way, if I don't, like I said, I start to stumble over myself and I start to kind of talk in circles, and it's just not professional and it's hard for them to follow. And then I get all sweaty and anxious, and it's not good. If you're getting ready to go into an IEP meeting that might be a little bit contentious, then do your homework. Be prepared. Think about what you know the problem is going to be. Is it going to be service time? Is it going to be certain goals? Is it going to be delivery model? You probably have a good idea of if it's going to be one of those meetings, and just come prepared with research and print off articles, have everything ready to go so that when mom and dad have questions or concerns, you can say, or grandma or grandpa or whoever, you can say, I understand why this is concerning to you. I've done some research and here's what I found, and I've printed off a copy of this article for you to have as well. So that would be my second piece of advice to help you feel more confident, is to have everything ready to go and organized ahead of time. And then if you don't need it, you don't need it. But if you do need it, you've totally got it ready to go. So now if you're about to go into an IEP meeting, you've written down kind of your script of how you want your section to go, and you've now printed off your materials to be prepared. Okay. Number 3, when possible, get support from your team. If you're going into an ARD committee, again, and you're a little worried that it might not go smoothly, then let your teammates know who are going to be in the ARD meeting with you, hey, I'm concerned about this, here's why, and then they can be prepared to help you. In my experience, I'm not the most eloquent with words. I don't know if y'all have picked up on that here or not, but I tend to be very blunt and straightforward. And so other people who have a better way of making things sound pretty and professional have saved my hiney a bunch of times. So let your teammates know, hey, I think this is going to be an issue. And then they can be prepared to jump in and reword things or say it in a different way that might make more sense to the parent and might help them understand a little bit more where you're coming from. Number 4, the last step to help you feel more confident when you are interacting with caregivers is to spend time with them in unstructured times. For example, class parties, if you see them in the cafeteria, in the hallways, make a point to stop and talk to them. I know that sounds really obvious, and to some people, y'all are going to be like, girl, why wouldn't you? That's friendly. Okay, I used to hide from parents, guys. That's how bad it used to scare me and make me nervous, because I was afraid if I stopped and talked to them and said hi, they would pull me aside and start talking about Johnny's speech goals, and I wasn't prepared to have that conversation. I mean, they might. More often than not, though, they haven't. They didn't. So that would be my thing, is to try to build a relationship with them outside of that IEP meeting. I also would recommend, trying to reach out to them if you can through notes home in the folder, handwritten things that let them know that you really do care about their student, and that you are really doing the very best you can with the situation that you have been given. So, number 4 is try to find a way to connect with caregivers outside of like structured setting. Okay, so those were my 4 steps that I have created for myself personally to help me feel more confident when I have to interact with parents and caregivers. I really hope you found them helpful. Please leave me a comment telling me which tip you think would be the most beneficial. If you found this video helpful, please like it and please subscribe to the channel so that you can be notified when I give you some more of my sage wisdom. And that was sarcasm. Y'all have a good day.